The main findings of our pilot study was that we show that it is indeed possible for CO2 particles to travel from the mum's lung through the circulation into the placenta and thereby potentially affecting the fetus there. So it's a new results showing a potential mechanism of how the unborn babies are protected when they're meant to be protected in the womb.
People who are born in areas where there's, for instance, more particulate air pollution, that they have smaller lungs, lower lung function, but also we know that, for instance, the circumference of the brain is less in children born from mothers that were exposed to fine particles. And the question is why? So this is a mechanistic study looking at macrophages in the placenta and showing that not only in the alveolar, the lung macrophages, but also in the placenta, you can find macrophages who are loaded with what they call sooty particles. It's carbon particles coming from the air pollutions, and it's an indicator of the substances that go throughout the body. So you inhale it, it goes through the blood, and apparently you can find some of these particles at the level of the placenta, all right, which is very interesting from trying to understand why air pollution is causing these effects in children.
So macrophages are professional immune cells that are present in many parts of our body, and they're designed to kind of engulf anything that the body doesn't want. So the reason we pull these out from the placenta is to see whether any of these particles will be inside. It's because the idea is if you breathe in any CO2 particles, the CO2 particles should be engulfed by the macrophages present in the lungs in the first place. But if the particles are really, really small, then chances are they could escape this mechanism within the lungs and then seep through to the circulation, and that's how they end up in the placenta. So that was the idea and the hypothesis. That's why we did what we did.
It's a very important observation, but it's a first step in understanding it, and I think that paves the way to do more studies in more women exposed to various amounts of air pollution, and then also trying to do the measures in those children who were born to the mothers and follow them up. So that will be bigger studies to show it.
The next step will hopefully be a bigger study, because this is only a pilot study, so we've only done 5 placentas. So the idea is to broaden it and look at more samples, so then it's going to be more significant from a statistics point of view, but also broadening the project itself to look at maybe different parts of London, different parts of England, or different parts of the world even, because everyone's going to be exposed to different levels of pollution. And it would be interesting also to map perhaps their daily exposure to pollution, just something we usually do in children as well, to look at their personal exposure to pollution. But that's all in the future, so we've not got any solid plans or anything yet, but we're hoping to expand this.